What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Walter Tuomi, representing Neo Defective Gaming, once again, aka Neo Defective. You can find me over on twitch.tv/NeoDefective, on Twitter @NeoDefective, Instagram @NeoDefective, here, there, everywhere @NeoDefective. It's been a week. It's been a hell of a week. Too many things to really talk about, but mostly gaming related. It's been great. Gaming related, it's been great. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm actually sick. I have a cough drop. I'm gonna try to not sloosh it around and clack it against my teeth like some dirty fellows you might know, or you know, just sick people in general. But my whole family's sick, right? We all knew that I was gonna get sick. If you watched the last video, you saw what was happening. So I didn't do anything this whole week other than try to get better. I was at work, pretty much suffering, knowing that things were gonna get worse before they got better. And that's exactly what happened. But we're here. All I have left really is a cough. Not really a sore throat today, thank the gods, because I had a sore throat for the entire week and that thing was killing me. It was so bad. So who would have knew? Don't forget, guys, there's a common cold out there. There's still a regular flu. You don't have to have the coof. So, you know, make sure you stay protected. It's not just that. You don't have to just get the poke and get the coof and all the things are going to be better. There's still other sicknesses in the world like STDs that I don't have. And my girlfriend would kill me. She would find out quickly because then she would have them. And that's bad. All right, anyways. So much news to talk about. Let's get into it. It's going to be good. I don't know if you guys follow Colin Moriarty @NoTaxation on Twitter. Used to be IGN. I think it was the senior editor and also kind of funny, one of the creators. But he tweets, "I'm hearing through the grapevine, Bluepoint may be on a journey to Yharnam." Now there's a lot of weight to that. He was one of the first people that leaked that Bluepoint was doing the Demon Souls remake. I don't think that Bluepoint is going to be doing a part 2 to this game. I'm going to say that they're going to be doing a remake to Bloodborne. Will we get 60 FPS? For sure. Are we going to get better looking elevator chains with higher resolution textures? For sure. That's what we're all here for, right? But this man does hold a little weight still in the industry, and he has shown that he has been pretty credible. He has reliable sources. He also says that he knew about the Wolverine Insomniac game that was going to be coming out because of his sources, and he did tweet about that ahead of time. So guys, take it what you will. I've been playing Bloodborne on twitch.tv/NeoDefective every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm going to be doing that in a couple minutes when I get done with this video. But just know, it's out there. The news is out there. Take with it what you will. Moving on. Okay, so we all know there's a new character, the final character in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of course, if you have been living under a rock, you know now that the character is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, all right? I'm not gonna say that I was as happy as, you know, everybody that voted because it was the #1 voted character. I'm not that happy, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. It's not that bad. Like, I can only imagine all the loopholes that Square Enix had to go through to get this character into this game. That's what's more impressive to me. The fact that they had to go through this for the fans. That this is entirely a fan project. Smash Brothers has always been a fan project. You vote for the characters in. They try to get these characters licenses. They got to go through loopholes. They got to say, you know, what do you want us to show from this character? What are we capable of? Like, are the chains on? Can we take the chains off? What can we do for these characters? And of course, if you know anything about Disney, you can't do a thing, all right? You can't do ish. Anything that's TM, that's registered trademark, Disney's gonna make sure that they have their filthy little mitts all over it. I mean, look at what happened to the Star Wars universe. Now we're cluttered with Star Wars. Star Wars no longer has that shine that once every 5-year release window that we used to get. Even in video games, the video games were so good back in the day when they were Lucasfilm. Now we get an okay video game every now and again, and when we do get an okay one, it's something to cheer about because it's lightsabers, it's space magicians with swords. What's not to love about that? But now we get another Disney character, and that's Sora, right? We get Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And he actually has some pretty good iterations of his costume. I really like the black and white one that they showed. That's pretty much seems to be everybody's favorite so far. He also looks like a very airborne style character. Like it's gonna be really hard to keep him out of the air, and if you do get him out of the air, that's when you're gonna have to do your damage. He's not really a character that you're gonna be able to hang with when it comes to air-based attacks. Everything he does is juggle. He's a juggle character, probably gonna be cheap, but that's the best thing about late characters coming into a video game, especially a fighting game, is that you want them to be cheap. At least I would think that you would want them to be cheap. You want them to have these crazy combos that kind of not break the game, but make it easier. Like, why would you, the last character that you release be something that's the hardest character or a garbage character when it comes to the moveset? You want that last character to be phenomenal, not just because of the appearance and the fan appeal. You want that character to actually have a competent moveset that can get some W's, you know? I'm not part of the FGC. I don't even claim to be. I follow people that are part of the FGC, and I've also been hosted by, you know, people from the FGC, and I respect it. I love this choice that they made. It's, again, it's the business aspect that I can appreciate more than the character itself. They still haven't been able to show the ultimate for the character, the ultimate smash, and there's a reason, and that's because you know that Disney has to see it has to get finalized. You can't show this character do that, don't do this. You can show it do this, but don't do that. It's gonna be, hey, you don't like this character, even though the Disney has their own set of standards when it comes to their current Mickey Mouse and Friends, which is actually a great cartoon, by the way. It's very Tom and Jerry-esque. I think it's fantastic. It's very adult. It's not for kids at all. If you were to ask me, excuse me, I'm sick. If you were to ask me, I would say that they should be able to get away with a little bit, but Kingdom Hearts has never been one to go the adult route. It's always been still childlike in its expression of its characters. You know, some adult themes, of course, but, you know, mild use of tobacco and alcohol isn't exactly gonna say Mickey and Goofy get to fuck you up with the left hook, right hook, and make your nose bleed, or granted, there's no blood in this game, but I'm just saying, I think you get what I'm trying to put down. You know, you're picking it up. So shout out to Nintendo, killing it. I don't really know what more you can do. What more are you gonna do with Smash Brothers? There's a huge roster. It's comically big. It's so big. There is no right or wrong character. I mean, for sure there's a wrong character and there's a banned character, but what more can you add here? You can add Goku. That's basically the top tier character that everybody would want to see. At this point, I don't think anybody wants to see any more freaking Animal Crossing, you know? Fire Emblem, get out of here. All right, guys, moving on. All right, you know what it is. I was actually hyped for this game, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. It actually released this week on October 5th, 2021, and the reviews have also been pretty bleh. 67 on Metacritic, as you can see for the critic. From what I saw originally, it looked more polished when the game came out as far as the character designs, but the closer we got to that release window and they started releasing some of the character designs, I started noticing that there was a lack of detail. So much so that you would think that the cartoons had more detail than the game characters, or the representations of the game characters had. I don't know what the choice was on that. Also, seeing on some of these reviews, where was the oversight and the person in charge to get these voices in? If they do it as DLC, I guess I can understand that, but please don't charge for voices on DLC for these characters. That's egregious. It's gross. It makes me feel dirty just even saying that, but I can see that happening. Look, what I'm just trying to show off is some of the details on the characters. They're definitely lacking. The quality, the finish. I don't know what happened. It feels less like a Nickelodeon game and more like a low budget Smash project than what it originally looked like it was going to be. It actually had all the hype behind it that I could even ask for. I mean, seeing Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil, SpongeBob, Patrick Star, and even Sandy Cheeks, these are all characters that I would really love to play as. Nigel Thornberry, I never watched anything Thornberry, so I don't, for the first entry in the series, it definitely has a large roster. I mean, Reptar serving as the Bowser, SpongeBob being your Mario character. I think the game itself is gonna actually get better over time. You can also, again, you can still see some of the issues on the seesaw. There's a lot of pixelation. The stages are lacking in detail as well. That they just look bland. We'll see what they do in the next outings. I mean, look, there's still a lot of time for this game. It's still brand new, right? What more are they gonna add? What are they gonna do as far as details go? Or what are they gonna do as far as the moveset goes? More characters. Are they gonna really release more characters in this first game and make a 60-man roster? I don't think so. They should probably save it for a part 2, iron out all the kinks here, come back with the part 2, and I think people are really gonna start to really see some promise from this series if they can make it a series. It's a first game, and I think it's gonna get better. Here's the big one. Here's the one I'm most excited for. This is the one where I already bought the game. I'm excited. Can't wait to play it. I'm gonna have it on stream for you guys. Witness me play it as soon as I get through Bloodborne, right? Once I get through Bloodborne, we're going right through Metroid Dread. I promise you. I can't wait to play this game. This game looks fantastic. I've only seen a couple of streamers playing it because I don't want to spoil too much for myself, but the reviews are enough said. 100 on NEME. Os Gamers gives it 100, Screen Rant 100, Trusted Reviews 100, down the lines, just a bunch of hundreds. 95s is where we start hitting with the Atomics, Ninderos. IGN gives it, let's find out, a 90, so a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Game Informer. Look, I mean, everybody's saying that this game is great. I've seen nothing but stellar reviews from people that have already finished it, streamers that have already finished it. I know Maximilian Dude was raving once he completed the games. I can't believe that it took this much time to get a Metroid game out, a proper Metroid game, to finish up the story arc and give us the finality to Samus Aran's story. But I'm so happy that they finally came through, that it's here. It looks great, it plays great, the story ends on a proper note. There's characters that you get to fight, some enemies that you get to fight that are also nods to former games. I mean, there is actually a wealth of story here. And not only that, the Metroidvania style of game, right? This is the one that pioneered it. This is Metroid that pioneered, and they're showing that they are the best at doing this. Yeah, you might like other gothic horror style games that maybe also do some side-scrolling action that might bite off a little bit of the Demon Soulsborne style gameplay. But here's where it all started, right? These are the originators. They got some of the new creators and they got some new creators and they got some of the old creators to combine and give you this proper title, this proper release. Guys, I know that everybody's playing this right now, so if you don't want to have anything spoiled, again, I'm not spoiling anything, but if you don't want to have anything spoiled, make sure you just pick up this game. Even if you don't know the backstory of the other games, you can always find that on the internet, right? Some of you kids don't know us boomers out here, been playing these games for quite some time, and this story has been around. It's been a story that's been around since I was born. It literally was made the year I was born. The original Metroid came out the year I was born, so I'm old. And this is where I'm at. I get to see another Metroid game. Granted, there's been a bunch of them that are, you know, offhands, not really considered canon. Still great games for the most part. If you really ask me, I think those games were great. Like, I still like playing Other M, which was made by Team Ninja. I landed a lot of dialogue, but still, that's dialogue that felt great in the realm of, in the aspect, and the just as far as like an overall nod to what Metroid is. You have to respect the series here at this point in time. What they've done here, just looking at the gameplay and how smooth it is. These are the creators, guys. This is where it all started, and it's not just that. This is the gameplay that I grew up with. This is some of the hard-nosed gameplay that you died and you started over. Not anymore, of course, not anymore. But back in the day, in the NES days, that's what happened. Those games were hard, right? And this game, original Metroid, was hard. Even Metroid 2 was hard until it came out for the Game Boy Advance. I can't wait to play it. I'm gonna start unwrapping the cellophane off of the package as soon as I get done with Bloodborne, and you can find me streaming it over on twitch.tv/neodefective. And don't forget, guys, I'm still doing the giveaway for the Corsair HS70 headsets. So if we can get me to 1,000 subs, at least, you know, let's just say by December 25th, right? Somebody's birthday. Then I think I'll be releasing the Corsair HS70 to one lucky viewer who comments in the most recent video. Tell me which game you like the most, which games you think are the game of the year. At this point, if you're gonna drop some comments, make sure you tell me what you think your game of the year is so far. This is easily a competitor in that race, if you ask me. I haven't even played the game, and I can already tell based off the reviews, this is definitely a competitor. But we'll see what happens. In the time being, from now until then, you guys, you've been here, you know what it is. Stay dirty, humans.